Hello, and welcome to Yume Nikki. I'm by myself today. Uh, this is the beginning of kind of a loose series. Where I just wanted to go through a bunch of classic RPG Maker sort of games and go through all that. So let's get started. I'll Once we get through the intro, and I'll get to explaining what Yume Nikki is all about, and a little brief history lesson about it too. Uh, Because who doesn't love a good history lesson? This is the quick little gameplay loop. Um, Examining certain spots, you acquire a new effect to use. You have to uh, action button, to pick it up. After using one of those effects, your appearance will change, and you can get rid of the effects in the room of doors. You can save the game by waking up and checking the desk in the bedroom. Alright? Alright, this is Yume Nikki. Let's do a little look around real quick. Nope. Nope. Alright, looks like I can't go outside. Um, yeah. That my first effect is the tutorial. Tell me how to do this. If I press 9, I can pinch my cheek. Oh, I completely forgot that there is a... I completely forgot there's a mini game I could do. And this is how you save. Um, Let me go. Okay, there we go. And this is the balcony. The little apartment. Alright, so, in Yume Nikki, you play as this cute girl. Um, Forgot the name, give me 1 second. Um, Metatsuki. I really hope I didn't mess up that name. Um, and what you do is you go to sleep. You go to the normal room. Now you can go outside, and it's into this. So basically, what Yume Nikki is all about is it's an exploration sort of game. You go through each of these doors, and it takes you to a brand new environment, and you have to keep finding effects. Then I believe there's 24 in total. After you all get them all, you come back here and you drop them all off, and that unlocks the ending of the game. If you get lost, you just press 9 or the key to pinch your cheek, and you wake up in your bed in the real world, where you can't go outside. So what is so Yume Nikki is basically the grandparent of weird indie games, especially uh, RPG horror games. Stuff like Corpse Party and like all those sort of games. It takes a lot of inspiration from Yume Nikki. This is like a very old game, and it was released like completely anonymously, and we basically know nothing about the developer. Some of the games, there's so many games. Basically, if you find a sort of a weird indie game, especially if it takes the RPG sort of style, uh, there's basically two main inspirations: Earthbound and Yume Nikki. A lot of games, some of the most well-known games that took some inspiration from Yume Nikki are Undertale and Doki Doki Literature Club. They've Toby Fox and Dan Salvato have been very open about how they've gotten a lot of inspiration for various parts of their game from Yume Nikki. And Toby Fox actually got the first ever, to my knowledge at least, interview with the creator of Yume Nikki. How he did that was by uh, a, a, a list of rules that he had to abide by. He can only the questions can only be yes or no questions. They can stop the interview at any time. I believe those are the two main rules behind the interview. If you just look up Yume Nikki Toby Fox interview, you'll find it. It's really interesting. It's even though it's just simple yes or no questions, it's still a glimpse into the very mysterious mind behind this weird game. With all that said, though, we enter the first door and start exploring. We're in a little forest area. So this game also is like the progenitor uh, of walking simulators. You know, that sort of walking games where you just like walk around and you kind of ooh. Oh, okay. No, that does not count as a fact. Okay, I just got this little guy following me around now. All right, he's a little friend. I shall name him Dave. So while her Suki, let's call her Suki for short, and Dave walk around, just going into a little explanation of what the series is. So this series is going to be a lot more, podcasty, I guess is the best way to put it. It's going to be a lot more podcasty, a lot more background noise you can fall asleep to. And I recognize that, but I think it's good, especially for this kind of game. I'm gonna do like some of my own independent research, more. Oh, I got a new effect. Hold on. Oh, I'm a little frog. But basically, I'm going to be playing this. I have no guide. Well, I'm going to try to use as little guides as possible. But it's just going to be much more podcasty, much more chill, much more just quiet, and I just think it'd be a good way to show off a lot of these classic RPG Maker games. Because that's my plan for this sort of makeshift series. I'm gonna be playing a bunch of different classic RPG Maker games, especially like the weird ones. Another one that I can think of off the top of my head is this French game called Off, which is also a very weird RPG Maker game. Simply there's gonna be much more rambly, much more me talking to myself, because there's no one here, it's just me. You're hanging out with me, your girl Eliza, the Chow Latte herself. But it's just gonna be a lot of simplicity, just a lot of hanging out and talking with you. A lot of me rambling about stuff I've been doing, my main interests, stuff I've been reading, all that sort of stuff. And I hope that you'll find some enjoyment out of this series. No matter how small that enjoyment is, even if it's just a little thing to help you fall asleep at night, I'm happy. I hope you enjoy this as much as I'm going to. Because here's a fun fact, I played this game, but I haven't finished it. I haven't even played too much of it. I just thought it'd be fun to do this little introduction to these classic RPG Maker games. Again, I'm probably going to be repeating myself a lot. I also You know what? Here, let's play this game real quick. Oh, okay. Oh, no. Okay. Oof. Alright, alright. Shit, I already lost my train of thought. It's gonna be like that basically this entire thing. But I also, got, a 3D remake of Yume Nikki, Yume Nikki Dream Diary, which I probably won't play, like, instantly after finishing this. It's probably gonna be a bit. I'm gonna try and space these out. It's also just gonna be good because currently, as of this recording session, so I don't know when exactly this will come out, I haven't been able to record any more Homestuck. Look at this place. This place is pretty funky. The Minecraft cubitsy look. Oh. At this moment, me and Danny haven't been able to get together to record more Homestuck. So this is gonna be helping us keep the mediary in between, to sort of bide the time, because I don't have this on good authority. I just wouldn't be surprised considering how Homestuck is. I wouldn't be surprised if Homestuck took inspiration from Yume Nikki as well. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Especially since I know Toby Fox helped do the music for Homestuck, so I wouldn't be surprised if... Yeah. What's in here? No? Am I just using the bathroom? Okay, yeah, I just used the bathroom, alright. Right, are we at the end of these cute... No, there's still more. But this game is lots of walking, just lots and lots of walking with very little direction. And you get more effects as you explore. And there's... Oh, I think this might be an effect, actually. What are you? Got a hat and scarf? Oh, hold on. Me. Oh, look at her. She's so cute. This game isn't gonna stay cute forever. There are some crazy parts. Because this did inspire a lot of RPG horror games. RPG Maker horror games. What's interesting about Yume Nikki is that, much like a lot of RPG Maker horror games, there's there's actually no combat, I believe, in Yume Nikki. There's no, like, actual RPG fighting system. It just uses RPG Maker since it's a way to show cool visuals and interesting ideas, and just for the creator to flex as an artist. And that's really cool. RPG Maker really allowed that. It's so easy to use, so a lot of artists are able to make their art known, like make a game surrounding their art without needing to know like how to code and all that. Oh, bed. What's that? Am I gonna be able to take a little nap? Am I gonna... Inception time? Ooh, tell me I can do Inception time. Or is this gonna... Okay. Oh, I was hoping for a little Inception, dream within a dream sort of situation. That would be cool. More on the... So, Yume Nikki is also just very mysterious from a story standpoint. There's very little story other than you are a girl who seems to have a fear of going outside, which don't we all? We socially anxious people all have that sort of fear. Uh, she just appear to be a girl who has a fear of going outside and spends all her time sleeping and dreaming. And there's a lot of mystery in the game in total, including the ending. I do know the ending. I did get that spoiled for me. If you haven't, if you do not know the ending of Yume Nikki, then please do yourself a favor and do not look it up. Or do not. Well, it's more interesting if you're able to play this game and you understand what I mean. It's another one of those Undertale, the ending is more interesting if you're able to experience it firsthand, whether that be through watching a playthrough. I hope you continue to watch mine until the end. These videos are probably going to be a lot longer than my normal ones too, so there's that. I'm gonna return back. This game also inspired many fan games. I believe there's actually a fan-made sequel that touches more on story aspects. I believe it's called Yume Nikki or something like that. I'm not completely sure. Oh, that was weird. Oh, this looks like it's time for a frog. These look like little puddles. Oh, mysterious, kind of creepy. Oh, oh. I'm so easily entertained. I see a lamp that I can turn on and off, and I'm just... Oh god, oh no! I accidentally pressed the Windows key. Ooh, it's actually a bit, spooky. If I am correct, this is a completely one-person made game. I keep accidentally pressing the Windows key. Unlike, Undertale, which is mostly one person, but still has a lot of outside help. Which even then, by the way, I do not take anything I ever say about Undertale as me talking bad about it. Undertale is possibly one of my favorite games to ever be created. I love it. It's amazing. If I am correct, this was made completely by one person we know basically nothing about, which is really interesting and cool. The sort of idea that such a huge, massive, even despite this game I would argue not being too well known, especially considering its age, it's been around for a while, despite this game not being too well known, its effect on the indie game landscape in general cannot be understated. Without this game, we probably would never have Undertale, which in turn, Stairway, which in turn inspires a bunch of other games. Undertale is basically the modern day Yume Nikki, I would say. Is the weird modern day Yume Nikki. It's the modern day, modern day Earthbound. It's that weird game that's going to inspire so many people to create. If I am correct, Undertale already did. I'm not going to say any games in specific because I'm not 100% sure if they took inspiration from Undertale. But it's thanks to Undertale and thanks to Yume Nikki we are able to see such creative, interesting indie games, which I think is very cool. Have a good little walk around. Something I'm also considering playing through. It's gonna take a bit because, obviously, I love procrastinating so much. I maybe I'll do a playthrough of My House Got Wad, which, if you do not know what that is, it's a very cool Doom mod. It's also like an unfiction story. If you do not know what unfiction is, basically it is a fictional story that's portraying itself as nonfiction. Basically, what stuff like, if you remember, if you know about the original marketing for the original Blair Witch project, the original Blair Witch is unfiction. Because the entire lead up for it, there was this whole like thing talking about like, this is a real documentary that we were able to recover. This is a lost film crew that we were able to find these. And there's so, like, when the movie came out, there was so much websites talking about it as if it was a real actual documentary. That's unfiction. And unfiction is one of the most interesting pieces of creation I've seen. More recently, would it be Petscop or the Walton Files? I would say those are unfiction. They're portraying themselves as, we found this haunted, abandoned game. Oh, sir. Oh, cool. You know what? It's raining. I'm gonna put on my hat and scarf. It must be cold for her. But what I was saying was, like the haunted found this mysterious haunted PS1 game, or I found these old tapes from an old abandoned animatronic sort of animatronic restaurant, not Chuck E. Cheese, you know, like that. It's that sort of thing. It's using fiction in a way to make it seem like reality, which I think is really cool. Another piece of unfiction, basically, I really like unfiction. I really like that sort of style, and I would love to create an unfiction series. I think that would be really interesting and be really cool. Can't do anything? No, nope. Looks like I can't. Okay. Here, let's return back home. Because I would say I'm an inspiring filmmaker. How pretentious does that sound? And I would love to do an unfiction series, because unfiction is some of the unfiction projects are some of the coolest projects I've seen. Another really cool unfiction. Oh, is park in here. Let's just walk straight. Let's just keep walking straight. But something that unfiction and ARGs go hand in hand. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm pretty sure I have to go back. This is way too dark. I think I need an effect later. I get later to be able to explore that place. ARGs, or alternate reality games, if you do not know what it stood for, are basically games that need a community to play together, which is really cool. What are some famous ARGs? The Sun Vanished. Do you know that Twitter account? Ooh. Oh, this definitely needs a hat and scarf. If you've heard of the Twitter account Sun Vanished, it's a ARG about a man who wakes up one day and the sun is gone. And it's like a really cool like alien invasion story told through unfiction as a way of like, this is happening to me, but I don't know why it's happening, but it is happening. Hello? Ma'am? Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? No? Excuse me? Can I talk to you? Okay, I guess I can't. Is this your home? I'm gonna break and enter. It also was an unfiction story, like, and like, trying to be like, this is real, this is happening to this guy. That's the whole idea. Oh, hey, are you okay? You look, oh, I got a snow woman. Oh, a sad little ghost. Oh no. I want to give him a little hug. Maybe that will make him feel better. Um, it's also with the help of uh, Twitter itself, the Twitter users, people who interact with them and try and they're like, oh, basically are like near the beginning. I don't know. Hey, hmm. In the beginning, basically, I don't know. I haven't kept up with it too much, so I'm not sure how much it still uses ARG elements. Near the beginning, he would, our main character, I can't remember his name, would be like, Sun vanished, alright, what should I do? Should I stay at the house? Should I barricade the house? Should I go explore? What should I do? And depending on how people would respond, he, do that. Oh, another bed. Well, alright, yeah, alright. What's another good ARG example? If you're a fan of Slenderman, the Slenderman mythos, you may know of Marble Hornets may have, I can't remember, but I know Everyman Hybrid. That's an unfiction / ARG series, who also had that also had ARG elements, specifically with character Habit, who this stuff, everything would happen. You needed audience participation to be able to continue the story, to get Habit to keep interacting. It's really cool, and Habit in general is just a really interesting character. I love sort of Joker-like characters. Huh. Alright, I'm back here. Let's try the next door. Oh, wait, hold on. Ooh, I like this. Sort of I want to say Aztec sort of inspiration for these little boards. It's really cool. Again, sorry if I say something and then completely move on. I have a terrible attention span, terrible memory, I guess I should say. It's another classic ARG. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a sewer. Alright. What's another classic ARG? What's another really popular one? You think I know more considering I think they're so cool. Petscop wasn't one. Audience participation was in decoding the story behind it, but it's not part of it. ARG specifically, you need audience participation to be able to continue the story. Oh, what's this? Some graffiti? Love me some graffiti. Man, why can't I think of any good ARGs? Viral marketing campaigns like to do ARGs. If you remember the Christopher Nolan Dark Knight movie, leading up to it, there was a whole ARG thing leading up to the release of the Dark Knight that introduced a lot of background elements, and even the Joker himself. The ARG itself ended right where Dark Knight movie began. That's another really popular one. Okay. Oh. Hello. Can I talk to you? I cannot. Well, what's in here? Oh. Ooh. Gee. There was another ARG that was pretty big on TikTok. It was a TikTok-based ARG. Can't remember. It's about this guy. It's an animated one. It's about this guy like trying to escape from like a secret facility. I can't remember what it's called. Hmm. Oh, all right. Time to go into the mouth. I just got chills. I just got chills. If you guys are curious, I am moving really slow. But I legit like. You know that like when you get when you're like get spooked and it feels like prickly, like not regular chills, but like it feels prickly. Like you just feel like you got pricked all over. That's what I just got. Like my heart like stopped and I felt like I got pricked all over my arm. Like I went to a bad like I went to a shitty what's it called? Acupuncture place. Oh, okay. That really freaked me out. That really got me. Oh my, is that onion sand from Undertale? Oh, look at you. You're so cute. Um, I completely forgot where I was going to. That that mouth segment really got me. Oh fuck, that was really good. That was really good. Um, I know I was talking about ARGs. What's another good ARG? What's another good ARG? Oh, I'm dumb. Welcome home. Like, I'm pretty sure it's called. I think it's called. I'm gonna look that up real quick. The ARG Welcome Home. Like, obviously. Oh my god. Hold on. Um, like the ARG going around that Welcome Home. Yes, I know it. I know this page is. I just want to like the with like Welcome Home characters. If you do not know the ARG itself, I'm gonna Wally Darling. Wally Darling. Yeah, that guy. Like with Darling, that's sort of like that old abandoned like old children's show that they were trying to get. These people are trying to like find records of. That's an ARG. Man, sorry, I love little noises I can do. Oh, in the sewers. Let's go back actually. Um, like yeah, Welcome Home is an ARG. I haven't really, as much as I love ARGs in general, uh, I have a tendency to wait until they are finished to get into them because A, I'm an impatient lady, and B, uh, ARGs in general are very convoluted. Usually it's hard. Usually it's very hard to like uh, find everything. Very hard to find the story, and there's a lot of waiting involved and a lot of community interaction, like everyone working together, which I think is an amazing, beautiful part of ARGs. Do not get me wrong. Um, I'm just impatient in general. Oh, oh, I know where we are. Oh, okay, okay. So, am I gonna Is this gonna return me back to the... Yep. No, okay, wake up. But yeah, man, I can't believe I forgot the most famous one currently, like the most popular ARG. Like, wow, I can't believe I forgot about that. It really says how in the loop I am with mainstream media. And God, I know that sounded pretentious. I did not mean for it to. I just have a tendency to be sort of uh behind. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, it's kind of like me. If I had the patience, I could probably make a beat with this. It's like very musical. Oh, like I like that one. I think that one's mine. Right. Um. But yeah, if you're curious as to like how sort of behind I am, this way of putting it. Um. I started watching Steven Universe way after it was like popular and done with. So luckily I missed a lot of the annoying discourse. So like that's a plus. I only just started watching Evangelion, legit, like recently. Like I just finished like, well, got into it. I really got into it. Um, like I watched the original anime, watched the end of Evangelion movie, watched the rebuild Evangelion's movie series. Those are 4 movies, and I read the original Evangelion manga, Evangelion Campus Apocalypse, a spin-off manga, Evangelion the Shinji Ikari Raising Project, another spin-off, then Evangelion Angelic Days, another spin-off. And there's more that I can't get access to, for one reason or another. No, I only like just recently like really got into it. It's been on my list for a long time now. I procrastinate wildly, specifically with media. Like I procrastinate reading, I procrastinate listening to music, I procrastinate watching TV and movies. And that sucks because I love all those things, especially movies and TV. Like I love that sort of stuff. I have a collection of like physical movies, like physical like Blu-ray movies and TV shows. Like it's over. I know I can watch one movie every day for an entire year and not repeat any. Like that's how much. Ooh, I got a bicycle. Like that's how many I got. Like even more. It's possible a year and a half even. Oh, that's so much faster. Oh, this rolls. This is amazing. Oh, this really makes me feel great. Also, this is 100% some sort of design. Like that's a hand. That's a hand. Oh man, the door was right there. I just realized that. Oh, I'm dumb. You know what? Let's talk about Evangelion a bit. It's been on my mind a lot. I've been thinking about it a lot, mostly because I don't really have anyone to talk to with it about. So what's perfect? What's better than this situation where people have to listen to me talk? Well, they don't have to, but you know what I mean. So, I really like Evangelion. Ooh, ooh. But I really like Evangelion. It's just as good as all the people say, and it's really annoying. I know. It's like how Fight Club is like genuine. Fight Club and American Psycho are like genuinely really good movies and books, really. Oh. Um, well, there is a, hold on, I already forgot, is there, I'm pretty sure there should be a way that I can, like, um, okay, I guess I can, I guess I have to go through the menu. Um, but, like, how a lot of, like, dude bros completely misunderstood the plot of both Fight Club and American Psycho, and, like, completely missed what the creators were trying to say with it, but are still like genuinely really amazing pieces of work. That's exactly what it's like for Evangelion. It's way too good, and I'm annoyed by it. You know, um, timeline though really gets me, and I feel like it gets everyone. Oh, let's walk into this mouth. Yep. All right. um, but you know what? I'm gonna use this time to talk about how I interpret the Evangelion timeline. Yeah. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad you watched this far, huh? Ah, ah, cool. I really hope I didn't hurt you. I'm sorry if I did. Um, that's, so I believe, so the basic Evangelion timeline, how I like I basic how I think, I'm pretty sure most people view it. I'm sorry if that hurt you. Is, so it's the original anime, all the way up to episode 24, I think. I'm pretty sure there's 26 episodes, so all the way up to episode 24. And then it's the first hour so of the end of Evangelion movie, and then it splits from there. Because last two episodes are a complete ending for, the last two episodes are a complete ending for Evangelion. The last two are a complete ending. They're a lot, like, without End of Evangelion, it's a lot more, like, avant-garde and surreal. It is still a complete and happy ending for Evangelion. And like it's split, and then there's the ending of the End of Evangelion movie, which is itself a different ending. And it's a lot more sad. It's a way more depressing and sad ending. This is a very confusing maze, and it's honestly hurting my eyes a bit. Wow, this is a lot of orange, I think. I don't know, I've been looking at this for too long. And then it goes into the Rebuild Evangelion series, which are 4 movies, which confirm that Evangelion itself is a loop. The story is a loop, and it keeps repeating over and over again, and like new versions of it keep happening. All of it surrounding Shinji and whether or not he learns to accept his trauma, move past it, and heal from it, or to reject healing and accept being hurt by it forever, basically refusing to help. A lot of it's like it stems from that. The most memorable parts of the anime are is during one of the last 2 episodes. I believe it's actually the last episode. I can't remember for sure. Is a out of nowhere fake out beginning. Like it looks like it's starting a completely new anime where it's like a generic slice of life harem anime, like love triangle anime, not harem. And honestly, would have loved that. I would have loved if they made, which They do. That's what Shinji Ikari Racing Project and Angelic Days is to an extent. Shinji Ikari Racing Project is much more slice of life, fun, sort of just fun. So both Angelic Days and Shinji Ikari Racing Project sprout out from that. However, I believe that the Evangelion manga, like based on the first story, because it's not so. How Evangelion is, unlike most animes, which is like there's a manga and then there's a anime based on the manga. Evangelion was created as like the anime and the manga were created as like partnered pieces. Like the anime. Hold on, I have a mic I can be using. Like the anime and the manga came out around the same time. The manga actually kept on going for much longer than the anime. Oh. Ooh. Kept on going for much longer than the anime. I think it ended in 2014. Don't take my word on that. Oh, I do not like the blood here. But I believe that's the first loop. I think that is the first Evangelion loop. I think that's the beginning. The reason I believe that all hinges on Kaoru. Kaoru Nagisa, I probably butchered that. I probably even said it in the wrong way. I fully recognize that I am not an expert on how Japanese names are supposed to go. I recognize that. I like this place. I like this a lot. Gives me like arcade sort of vibes. And okay. He's based. You don't know much about Evangelion. Basically, he's like the actual love interest for Shinji. Like sure, him and Asuka and him and Rei, like there's like some hinted moments. Nah. This is like canon. Like it is 100% these guys are gay for each other, and it's fantastic. I did not know that going into it, so I was really thrown off guard about it, and it was amazing. It was great. I love Kaoru, and I love Shinji, and I love their relationship. It's so depressing. I'm gonna just so you know, I am going to avoid like spoilers. Oh, okay. I'm gonna be avoiding spoilers for I'm gonna be avoiding spoilers for Evangelion, so don't worry. Other than you know the generic like there's a happy ending and sad ending and like all that. So, in the manga, in the Evangelion manga, did I just? Okay, so it's a loop, I guess. In the Evangelion manga, when we meet Kaoru, he is much more. In the anime, he is like instantly, basically instantly, he's like, "Hey Shinji, what's up? You want like kiss or something?" It's great. It's amazing. Okay. It's fantastic, and I think it's really, really great. But in the manga, it very much feels like a first meeting. Like, they do not know each other type deal. Kaoru is much less like he's much more hardened. He doesn't have as much compassion as he does later. And I believe him meeting Shinji and falling in love with Shinji is what gets him like have that, like is what starts him off on his like, oh, humans are cool, they're great, they're amazing, you know, sort of thing. Isn't to say that he's not a human. Shit. So I was gonna, man, I really fucked up, huh? Spoilers, I guess. I changed my mind. I am gonna spoil it. That's a lot of numbers. Kaoru is actually an angel. But he very clearly falls in love with Shinji, and it's really cool Not just because, gay representation in media, but like it just introduces a lot more, especially when you see the manga, which really feels like the beginning of it. Like Shinji, hello? Like Shinji and Kaoru aren't like instantly like getting along. They're not instantly buddies. They're not instantly falling for each other. Third place. Okay, I guess you won't let me move. Go in there. But in basically every other piece of Evangelion media, it basically is Kaoru just being like, Shinji, I love you. Let's kiss. It's great. It's like it's amazing how quickly he's like, I will kill for Shinji. I will die for Shinji. Evangelion in general is just fucking amazing. It's really good. Like I talked about it way longer than I should. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I truly am. Can I swim as a frog? No, I truly am sorry about talking about Evangelion for so long. This is what happens when I don't have someone to bounce off of. I just start rambling about things I like. Which, you really hope that isn't like annoying for you guys, because like I said, this is going to be much more of a chill and oh, what? There's people in these beds. Like there's some of these, all these beds are full except like a few, like almost all these beds are full. But it's gonna be a lot rambly, like I said, very like near the beginning. I don't know how long I've been recording. Okay. So I'm sorry if I end up repeating myself or if I end up talking way too long about stuff you don't care about. But hopefully there's some people who do find my viewpoints interesting, hopefully. Or at the very least, you find it soothing. Like, oh, oh, I remember these guys. Basically, I have to avoid them. Otherwise, I get sent to this inescapable area, and all I can do is pinch myself to wake up. Oof. But I hope at the very least this will help to be a like sort of sleep aid. At the very least, if you don't find these, if you don't find like everything interesting, I hope at the very least you find relaxation in my words. Wait, crap, wrong door. See if I can get back there. But I hope you find, like I said, hopefully this can be a good sleep aid for you. If I can think I have a soothing voice, you can feel free to just spam the comments with your voice is awful. But I find, oh, back here. Or is this someone different? Because there's more lamps, more lanterns than there was. But I hope, again, I hope this is at least relaxing. I know I find just meandering chatter relaxing. Especially if it's a good voice. I completely understand if my voice isn't good enough for you. I truly do. What I mean by that is, I watch video essays. Of course I do. I'm a nerd, of course I watch video essays. Like, no matter how interesting I find the concept, if their voice isn't like a good voice for me, like phonetically, like if it doesn't sound good to me, I am unable to watch it, like completely. It could be about like my favorite things in the world. It could be like video essay talking about legit, just Eliza's favorite things, the video essay. It could just be that, and if the voice is bad, like if the voice isn't pleasing to my ear, I cannot watch it. I truly, truly cannot. I hope that's relatable. I hope I don't sound like too intensely judgmental. Oh, even there, that looks like an effect. Okay, this is the same place over and over again. Wow. Alright, looks like I'm at an impasse. Cool, let's return to that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back to the first door. I'm gonna go back to the first door and see if I can't find anything new. Because that's a lot what this series is gonna be. It's gonna be me walking around in this game, meandering, talking about anything that really comes to mind. Which I hope isn't too awful for you guys. I hope you do find enjoyment of hearing me ramble on. Speaking of having me ramble on, I have been thinking about doing video essays, analyzing stuff. I do think that would be really fun. Not sure. I want this channel to be I want this channel to be able to I'm able to do whatever I want when I want to do it. I don't want to feel constricted into only creating one type of content, especially if that's one type of content for a specific genre, you know? I don't want to be known for that because I like being a jack of all trades sort of type. But I would really be interested if you guys would really like to hear if you guys would be interested in me making video essays about analyzing books, or just anything really, just video essays in general about whatever catches my eye, and I can just talk about it in less meandering. Don't worry, I'll write a script, so it won't be me talking about inane bullshit the entire time. God, really can't find anything here. One thing I thought would be interesting is talking about books that are misinterpreted, heavily misinterpreted, and I'm not talking where the subject what's it's talking about is subjective and it can be interpreted in different ways. I'm talking talking about Fight Club and how it's not about how cool Tyler Durden is. It's about how bad Tyler Durden is, and all that sort of stuff, all the other stuff that media's subjective. I realize that. Not Fight Club or American Psycho. You if your endpoint is oh, I want to be like them, you miss the point, you know? So this is just a loop. It really is just a loop. It doesn't feel like I can. Let's just keep going forward. I guess. Can I? Maybe if I. Oh, maybe it's a puzzle. Maybe if I turn all these lamps on, something happens. Maybe. Alright, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna make sure I got all of them on. For example, a book that I've been trying to read. Keyword is trying. When I tell you what book it is, it's very clear why it's trying and not have read and is enjoying. One of the most misinterpreted pieces of fiction, I would say, is Lolita. 100%, I think that is the most misinterpreted pieces of literature. like 100%. Like if you've heard of Lolita, uh, chances are you either think chances are you've heard it's a great stirring romance or whatever, or that it's about what Miranda Sings has been accused of. You know, I don't want to say it because I know like it's a sensitive it's a very sensitive subject, so you know I don't want to like say it. Um, it's about that. It is about that. It is not a romance. 100% not a romance at all. Oh, I don't remember this. Oh wait, I do remember this. Stupid me. But like it's 100% not a romance in any way whatsoever. It is very clearly this guy is a bad person for doing this, and this girl is a victim. It's not even subtext. It's so clearly about how the main character is a piece of human garbage, like a piece of human refuse. It's like it's not even funny how it's been misinterpreted. It's been so misinterpreted to the point where on the back of the book it refers to it as a romance. It is not a romance. It is not. And like there's no like disguising that it's not a romance. Like no way whatsoever. It is a horrible psychological thriller. You are in the mind of this awful, terrible man who does awful, terrible things and tries to justify it to himself and you as the reader. And he talks in such a flowery way that sometimes it's even hard to decipher what he's trying to say. Like I will say, the writing in this book is beautiful. It is such like a flowery prose. Is this just looping? It's like such a flowery prose that it's honestly hard to decipher what he's truly saying sometimes. But what's not hard to decipher is how much of a bad person he is. Like, if someone read this book and think it's a romance or a bad person, like there's misreading something, there's like misreading, like misinterpreting something, and then there's ignoring signs. Like it's like okay, yeah, that was looping. It was just going over and over again. All right. Wait, this is new. Um, like I was saying. Ugh. Hey. Hey. Oh. Um. Uh. What? What? It. That's weird. Okay. Um. There's. There's. There's missing. Sorry, this is really throwing me off. There's misinterpreting media, and then there's just ignoring signs. It's like walking into. It's like walking into a Walmart, and you're like, "What the hell? This is a Walmart?" You know? It's a giant sign that's saying this guy is a bad person, and this guy is a bad person doing awful, terrible things. Ooh, that really freaked me out. You can see why this game inspired a lot of RPG horror games. Sir? Oh, okay. Right. Um, cool. That's really freaky. Fun fact, I'm playing this at night. It is pitch black outside. And I love horror. Do not get me wrong, I love horror. It's great, but oh my god, this is freaking me out. Horror art is 100% my favorite genre in general. Yay, I'm a traffic light now. Small victories, you know? Sir? Maybe if I'm a snow woman? No. Hat and scarf? No. If I'm a frog? No. I think this means I'm at a dead end. Cool. Like I was talking about Lolita, wasn't I? Lolita is a great book. Do not get me wrong, it is a great book. Mostly because it is so hard to read. I have taken a break from reading it for a long while now. I've not gone back to that book. It is so difficult to read, to the point where like I read a chapter and I'm so grossed out I have to take a break. And it's a great case study. I truly believe it's a good like case study on these sort of awful people. Because the entire time our main character is full on like acting like everything is fine. Like he's not doing anything wrong. He's like rationalizing it and all that sort of stuff. Completely acting like it's completely fine. There's no issue going on. Even though we, sane people, sane normal people who aren't absolute creeps and terrible people, know that what's happening is awful and terrible. Okay. I need to remember this place because I have to do something with her. There is no doubt about it. This man is a terrible person who does awful things to vulnerable people. And we just see him keep rationalizing it and say, oh, no, this is completely fine. This is normal. It is wild the amount of mental gymnastics we see this guy doing. And do I believe that the author, Vladimir Nabokov, I think. Oh, do not quote me on that. I feel like I've completely got his name wrong. Do I believe that he is a creep? No, not at all. I do not believe that. What if I'm a frog? Oh, okay, I thought that was gonna let me go faster. I do not believe that at all, because it is so clear that our main character is such an awful person. Like, it's so clear it's not even funny, you know? It's not like seeing Dude Bros praise Patrick Bateman, even though... Oh. This might be art. Hi. Can I talk to you? No? If I remember correctly, this would be part... Oh, I switched. I believe a very famous part is coming up. I think this is the area where it is. The question is, I don't remember how I'm supposed to... Okay. No? Alright. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to start it, but if I get to it, you're gonna like see, if you didn't believe me when I say this was inspired by Undertale, you're gonna like see it and you'll be like, oh my god, okay, yeah, you're right, Undertale was inspired by this. Like, oh man, Toby Fox got inspiration from this. Like, does it only happen sometimes? Like, do I have to keep exiting and re-entering? Like, I do not remember, like... I'll look it up after this. Lolita is very clearly about an awful, terrible man that you are not supposed to be on the side of. It's not even funny that... It's not funny like watching Dude Bros be like, you're blah 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 blah, I'm so Tyler Durden. Even though, like, that novel is written by a gay man, and, like, there are the two main, like, interpretations of it is of, toxic masculinity and how it affects, men, but also it could be seen as, a metaphor for being gay and how during the AIDS epidemic, it's not even funny like that. It's watching people get it wrong isn't even funny like that. And it really sucks. It's just people trying to rationalize awful, terrible stuff with there is no, like, nothing ever like redeeming about it. Like, nothing. Like, the moment you do something like the main character does, even if it's not as intense, you're an awful person, and there's no coming back. I truly believe there's no coming back from doing that. I don't care how hard you try to improve as a person. No way. There's no way you can improve. There's no way. It is like a game ender, you know? Like, not to, like, say a game ender about this very serious thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, the moment you do this, it's basically, nothing you can do can outweigh that. Like, if you cured cancer, even then, people are gonna be like, I don't know, man. They still did this. Cool, they cured cancer, but oh my gosh. You see, like, you heard about what they did, right? Like, but, like, yeah, Lolita is such an interesting book because it's so, like, clearly, like, this man is a bad person. Watch how he tries to convince you that he's not a bad person, but he 100% is, very clearly. And it's also interesting from a societal standpoint because of how many people he convinced. Like, it did convince people, like, oh yeah, that's fine, that's normal, there's nothing wrong with that. Even though there very clearly is. No doubt about it, that's, like, some of the worst crime you can do. It's like it's one of the few crimes that you can never do with there's never a justification that can be held, you know? Like, murder can be done in self-defense. Stealing can be done to survive. There is no justification for doing that shit, you know? And that's what I think makes, gonna head on back. That's what I think makes Lolita such an interesting case study. Is seeing this man who truly believes he's done nothing wrong, and not only believes he's done nothing wrong, but shames people if they think he's done something wrong. And to see how this poor child, this poor girl, gets so just abused by this man. God, it's such a hard book to read. It is such a hard book to read. And I think that works in its favor. Let's try and talk about something more lighthearted than the book Lolita. Like, oh man, let's talk about something way more lighthearted. Like Spider-Verse, it's like a month since it came out. Oh, come here. It's been like a month since it come out for me. Obviously, it won't be that. Okay, looks like I can't. Obviously, it won't be like that. Whenever this comes out, it'll probably be longer. Okay. I'm gonna try and cut him off. I'm gonna try and cut this guy off. I can hear it. Come here. Ah! Oh. Okay, wow. Okay, cool, dude. Oh, I'm small! I don't know what I was expecting, actually. Oh no, I think these guys try and get me. I'm pretty sure if they have purple eyes, they try to get you. Oh, damn it. Well, cool, I messed up. But no, Spider-Verse came out not too long ago, beginning of June. It's like the end of June for me, currently, as of recording. But no, it came out, and that's so good. Across the Spider-Verse is so good. I've been thinking about it constantly. Like, oh my god, I love it so much. The original Spider-Verse was a 10 out of 10. 100% a masterpiece. I do not, like, in no way can it not be considered not a masterpiece. That's how good it is. Across the Spider-Verse is somehow even better. Like, it is an 11 out of 10. And, like, legit, the only nitpick, it's 100% nitpick, kinda, is like a meta sort of thing. So if you've seen it, or if you've been online in nerdier spaces, you'll know that Spider-Punk is in it. He's a main character, Hobie Brown. He's inspired by punk rock and like punk culture and all that jazz. Full on like has a battle jacket. Very clear is like, I hate fascists. Uh, I kill fascists. Like he does in his comic run. He killed the president. Um, who like started a police state and all that. Like he is a punk through and through. My problem with it is that 100% they're trying to like commercialize punk. Like that's what they're trying to do. You can see that in the fact that Hot Topic had like full on like Hobie Brown's vest. Like you can buy Spider-Punk's vest. Like that was something you can buy there for a while. I'm pretty sure they're no longer selling it, at least in physical stores, because people kept stealing it. Because obviously, you don't get to use punk symbolism, use punk symbols. Like if someone had an anarchy patch on it, like it had the anarchy symbol on it. You don't get to use that and then be surprised when people start stealing it, especially punks. Like even in the movie itself, Hobie Brown is like, "Hey, I don't like this." Like in the comics, he fights like his version of Kingpin, which is from a guy from the future who owns his likeness and is selling merch of him. Like he fights and defeats him because he does not approve of that. Because that's punk. Punk isn't about buying stuff from big corporations. It's about supporting small businesses. It's about making it your own. It's about fighting against those big corporations and government who are oppressing you, who don't care about you, who doesn't care about the little guy. I'm a punk if you can't tell. But because Hobie Brown is in a mainstream movie, his punk ideology kind of gets watered down a bit, kind of subdued to like sort of offhanded jokes. Which yes, Spider-Man's goofy. I get that. Like, it says something like it's almost insulting. You know, I'm sorry that I'm kind of like just going back and forth in the same thing. I'm desperately trying to find that one door again. But it's like, it's insulting, really. Oh, found it! It's insulting that they would do that, to, using punk, symbols, you know? Like, that's not, he made these symbols just to, fight against you specifically. And that's why, like, just in general, not many people are paying Spider-Punk merch. Because why would they? It is. God damn it. God damn it. Alright, I'm going somewhere else. Like, why would they pay for Spider-Punk merch? That's not what Spider-Punk stands for. That's not what punk stands for. What I think is really cool, though, is that due to Spider-Punk's inclusion, more people are going to be introduced to ideas of punk ideology. I think that's really good. I think that's really cool, introducing more people to punk, like what punk stands for. I think that's so important. Is this the same door? God damn it, I did not mean to go in here. It's so important that we get more people to understand what punk stands for, so more people can also stand up, learn to stand up for the little guy. 'Cause that's what punk is about. It is standing for freedom. It is standing for freedom of oppression. That's what it's about. There is no such thing as a right-wing punk. Sorry to get political, but there's no way to talk about punk without getting political. If you are right-wing, you are not a punk. Period. Like that 100%. Punk has always been for marginalized communities, helping them, help marginalized communities, helping them, supporting them, fighting against the government who is oppressing them. So like, sorry if you. It's like when Rage Against the Machine spoke out against Donald Trump, and a bunch of right-wingers were like, oh, what? When did they get political? This isn't the Rage Against the Machine. I know. No, you don't know them then. They are punk. They are punk rock. They are raging against the machine. What machine do you think that is? You know? Oh god, I dropped a part of the mic. Oh no, beans. But sorry about going on that little rant. I try to avoid political topics. Not because I don't think they're important. They are 100% important. We are all of our lives are affected by politics. Politics are important. Vote, that jazz. Um, I I know that when you talk about politics, especially the world, how the world is currently, politics becomes heavy, and it brings down the mood. I get that. That's why I want to avoid it, because I want this to be a happy place. I want people to be able to come here no matter I could be playing the most serious game of all time. I still want people to be able to. Oh, motherfucker, that's not cool. Unfair. Um, that's actually a good place to. That's a good place to end this recording. Let's save it real quick. But no, I want this place to be a place where you can come and just let your worries slide away. I want this channel to be like that. Even when I'm talking about more serious subject matter, I want there to still be a sense of safety. And on that note, thank you so much for joining me on this first little recording session. I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna split these up, like these episodes of Yume Nikki up. I'm not 100% sure. But I hope you enjoyed it. I really do hope so. Next time, hopefully, I'll have a bit more focus on what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll read up on some philosophy or something, like read up on some interesting facts, and then I'll be able to share that with you as a little story time sort of thing. I think that would be fun, getting a little. I think learning can be fun. I really do think it can. But again, I'm rambling on. But I hope you enjoyed this. I really, really hope you do. I really hope you did. And I hope you consider coming on by next time. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Bye.